welcome to our queen's home. Come on in. Hi, welcome to our queen's home.
Thanks for having me.
Yay, so excited.
Hi guys, welcome back to Stylish Milk TV, and I'm so excited for the very first episode of In the Social, and I have Monte here with me, and guys, I can't even explain to you how excited I am that I am sitting in her queen's apartment in New York City, and it's a dream come true to meet her after all of these years.
Oh, I'm so excited you're finally here.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
So I met Monte a very long time ago when I was sketching her little ones, and I have been very blessed to be able to sketch several now, and hands down probably one of my favorite series of sketches. Her kids are adorable, like
Thank you.
so cute.
Thank you. I'm lucky. They're great. They are great, and you are very talented, and we love everything you've done for us.
No, thank you so much. But I'm excited to be here and to talk to you and catch up with you, because you guys all know I kind of went silent for a good 3 years,
Which is crazy.
Yes,
As time flies.
Yes. Oh, I'm back, and it's gonna be good. So I'm catching up, and I can't wait to hear about what happens from those early days of Instagram, because it was so different than it is right now.
So different. It's completely changed. I think about it all the time, how Instagram was and what it is now, and how our life has changed because of Instagram. So much has happened. But I think, unfortunately, it's not the way it used to be, and it's kind of a bummer.
It's sad. It's like the community is just gone.
Yes.
So,
and luckily, I've kept in touch with some people like you, and some other Instagram friends. But you lose a lot of people because of it.
yeah. So if you don't know, a few years ago, probably the 2013 to 2016-ish range, Instagram was exciting because you could resell kids' clothes. There was a huge community for that. And then you had a small but fast-growing community of women who would support other brand owners, other women who were creative artists, like beautiful things. And you would find these incredibly talented women who would be photographers, they would be stylists, they would go out and photograph their children in the most adorable clothing you would ever see in your life. And that's kind of how I stumbled onto it. I started sketching a little one in Kardashian Kids, and they ended up sharing my sketch.
I didn't even know that.
Watercolor, like way back
Amazing.
in. And that kind of took me in a whole new direction, and then I got into this community. Like, wow, I could actually sketch the little ones wearing the adorable clothes. So it's such a great community.
Yeah, we started off just buying small shop clothes, which I didn't really know existed until Instagram, and luckily stumbled upon something, and we bought our first pair of distressed denim from someone and started taking pictures of the kids, and then they started getting shared by these brands, and it was really exciting, and it was so much fun. It was a great hobby for me. I loved it. I loved dressing my kids. I loved styling them. I loved photographing them. And through that, just met so many people.
Yeah.
And supported, you said, small business and other moms. And it was such a beautiful thing to have those relationships with people.
And I never really got to do the dressing up, styling my kiddos too much. I did a little bit, but I loved how it was time with your children, and sometimes they would fight it. They wouldn't want to do it, like the old mom stuff. But on the other hand, it was probably so special just having that time with them to say, hey, let's just go out and do this and have some fun.
Yeah, and certainly there were times. I have the best little video, which is my son Drew, who is now almost 8, but he had to be about 2.5. And because I would photograph him so much, I have a video of him coming out of his bedroom in the morning in pajamas, and I was sitting and I just took a video of him, and he says, "No pictures, please," because I just woke up, Mom, leave me alone. But most of the time he was a ham in front of the camera, which was great. And we used to, go to the park and take pictures. We live in Queens, so we don't have a big yard like a lot of people do. Our apartment is on the smaller side, and we do the best we can with it, but not the ideal location for photographing. So we would go out and take walks in the street and take pictures in front of cool graffiti walls or fun painted colored walls, and it was awesome. It was so much fun.
I love it. I'm like getting nostalgic because I'm thinking about the beautiful sketches that I got to do of them, and they're so cute, like so cute. So you have to go visit her on Instagram. She is at Drew.and.Ayana. I'm gonna put it on the screen for you, so you'll get it. But just go and scroll back as far as you can, so you can see. But when we visit you today, we get to see professional photos and stills of video. Do you want to tell everybody how you went from brand repping to what you're doing now?
Yeah, sure. So we started off with brand repping and doing the pictures myself. I am not by any means a photographer.
Stop that.
No, not by any means. I mean, I have a nice camera, but I probably don't know how to use it well. So I would take pictures, but they're not nearly as good as some other people. I can say that, like yours. Stop that. But so just being on Instagram and posting all these pictures, and they were shared by so many people, we were able to eventually find an actual New York City modeling agent who signed Drew when he was just 4 years old. And from there, we kind of continued the process and going to auditions and modeling. And then as he got older, it morphed into more acting and commercial and TV and film commercials. And it was great. And now my little one, Ayana, who is almost 6, she had no interest whatsoever. She was not the type to walk into a room of strangers with the lights on her and perform. Yeah. That just wasn't her personality, so we never really got her into it. And about a year ago, she started to say, "I want to go on auditions too."
Oh my gosh.
And so we explained to her what that meant, and that it's a lot of hard work, because it is a lot of hard work for me as a mom, but for the kids as well. And we kind of took her with us to some of Drew's auditions so she could see what it was like. And she was like, "I'm in. I want to do it." So we spoke to Drew's agent, and he took her on as well. And so now they're both doing it.
Oh my
It's amazing. It's great. It's so much fun.
Exciting.
They get to see themselves in pictures and online. And Drew finally got to see himself for the first time on TV in a commercial a few months ago, which was very exciting for him. He was jumping up and down. He was like,
"Do you have a link to that?"
I do.
Okay, I will share the link in the comments, so you'll have to go watch it, because I can't wait to watch it either.
He was so excited, so it's fun. It's really good for them. I think it teaches them a lot as kids. Yeah. They're working. They're working kids, and there are a lot of lessons in that. We learn how to be in the workforce when we're much older, right? So they're learning things like patience. We go into these audition rooms sometimes, and there are 30 kids there, and you have to wait your turn. And you can't whine about it. And if you want to whine about it, you can leave, because the next kid will get to go quicker.
That's right.
So patience is a huge thing. They learn rejection, which is a very hard lesson to learn.
Very hard. Oh my gosh.
The biggest lesson in rejection, if I can share, was last summer, Drew got a call back for the Radio City Christmas Spectacular. And we were actually in Greece on vacation with our family, and we got this call back, and it was for a week later. And the agent said, "If you're going to fly back for something, this is it." And so we made the decision. We asked Drew, and he wanted to go to the callback. And so we flew back to New York for 48 hours in the middle of our vacation to go to this callback, and there were about 35 or 40 boys there out of I don't know how many hundreds auditioned. Yeah. So it was pretty impressive that he got the callback. Wow. And he went in and he did his thing and came out, and they called all the names of the kids that they wanted to stay, and he wasn't one of them.
Oh.
And it broke his little heart. And it broke my heart
Oh
to
my
see his little heart
gosh.
broken.
Yeah.
But I said, it's okay, pick up your head. You tried your best. We came back, we did it, and now it's time to move on to the next one. Let's get back on a plane and go finish our vacation.
Is that the train?
That's the train.
Oh,
So that's the train. You don't hear it
City
after a
life.
while.
Exactly. I think that's so amazing that you started with simply supporting other mommies in this beautiful community of creatives and taking that and molding it into something that is just so big. I have goosebumps.
Thanks.
I have goosebumps thinking about it. That's so amazing.
Thank you.
And I can only imagine how much hard work it is for you to even manage a schedule like that. And I mean,
It's quite the challenge. I work. So luckily, I have a very flexible job. So if these things are very last minute. You get an email in the morning and it's like, at 1 p.m. you have to be here. Sometimes we get a day's notice. Very rarely we get a couple of days' notice. But for the most part, it's a very last minute thing. So I'm lucky that I can leave work and pick them up from school often. And we live close enough to Manhattan that we can hop on the subway and head in and do our thing. But, it's managing both of them. And if he only has an audition, then where is she going? And who's going to watch her? Will we be back in time to pick her up from school? There are a lot of elements involved, but we do it because, the kids love it and they feel confident.
Oh,
and
I love that.
I have to let that shine through. I'm not going to say no to them. As hard as it can be for a mama, you have to do what you can to support your kids and make them happy, right? So just trying my best.
So how has Instagram and all of the crazy changes, how has it affected how you're even online anymore?
So, we're not online as often as we used to be, unfortunately. I used to spend a lot of time on Instagram, probably more than I'd like to admit, when we were doing the brand repping and just scrolling through people's feeds and finding cool stuff to buy and all the fun clothes and accessories. I used to spend a good portion of my day on Instagram. So since that, their algorithms have changed and we don't really see so many people on our feed anymore, I spend a lot less time. Plus, we don't really do the brand repping so much anymore. Every once in a while we will, but it's more about sharing their projects, their photo shoots and their commercials. And exactly. And just sharing little pieces of our life, just random things. And it's a little sad, like I said before, because I feel like I've lost some connections. But it's morphed into something different, which is still a beautiful thing for the kids. So it hasn't affected them so much. It's affected me more because I'm missing things. But that's, I guess, just how life goes. Things change. You gotta roll with it. Just roll with it.
Well, if you could see anything happen for our community, the group of women, the original Instagram moms, if you could see anything happen that could bring us together, what would that look like? Because we can't rely on Instagram anymore. It's just not. So how do we get our community back? I miss it, and every single person I talk to misses it so much. So what can we do to try to bring us all back together?
I don't even know. There has to be some type of group somewhere.
Do we go to Facebook?
That we can form, I know. Do you go to Facebook and you all join a group? I'm part of. It's funny how Facebook. It started off with Facebook. Not in that sense, but just I feel like my first social media experience was Facebook, right? And then I kind of fell off Facebook completely and went to Instagram, which was great. And now I'm back a lot on Facebook because people are creating these groups. And I'm part of all of these groups now, and even local groups. So, a Queen's Moms group, and then certain clothing brands have created their groups. So, part of their VIP group. And you can share pictures there because that Facebook allows that platform. Instagram is really hard because of the way that they have it set up. So I'm constantly scrolling through. Every so often I'll go through like the people that I follow and click each one by one.
Yes.
Which is a job in itself.
Yes.
So I'll go through and I'll see the last picture they posted, and if it's years ago, unfortunately I know that they're gone.
Yeah.
And a lot of shops have closed.
So many have
So
closed.
many, and so many great shops and great moms, and I wonder where they are, but you know, they're gone. And then if they're still active on Instagram, I make sure to like a lot of their pictures so that they can start coming up on my feed again.
Yes.
And that's the best I can do as far as Instagram is concerned, but I'm not sure. I don't know if you go to Facebook and you do the groups, because you can kind of get everyone in there, and there's conversations and sharing of pictures and videos and ideas. So
maybe we need to start our own little Facebook group.
Maybe.
So we can kick an ultimate catch-up.
the OG Instagram mamas.
Hey, I have a t-shirt for you. So. But anyway, thank you so much. I am just in awe of you. I know
the feeling's
guys.
mutual, guys.
No, I think what's so special about our community is that you connect online first, and then you find little similarities, little hints of things. And like, I'm getting goosebumps again. Stop that. Okay, so walking into her beautiful home, I don't know. She's my kind of person. Like, I knew from the moment I started talking to you, though. I just had this feeling that you are just someone so special. And then even though, like, on a personal level, everything that I'm going through with Arlo and having you and knowing that you...
Oh, you're going to make me emotional.
So just knowing that I have you to talk to, and that you understand, and that you're in it. And this woman is so beautiful. I just can't even. I need you to know that. I love you so much.
I love you too.
And I'm so happy we connected so many years ago. Thank you for having me 3 years later.
It's my pleasure. The feeling is mutual 100%. I love you. I'm so
gonna
glad
cry,
you're here. I know.
But thank you so much for being the first in the social video.
Thank you for having me. This has been awesome.
Guys, go follow her, please. Please go follow this woman and
Thank you.
Andrew and Ayana and all of their amazing adventures.
Thank you.
Look in the comments. I'll have everything linked below so you can find her easily. And we might as well just start that Facebook group. So if you're an original Instagram mommy and you stumble onto this, no, how many years pass, we'll have a group. Come find us.
Yes, come find us.
Yeah,
we'll chat there.
We'll catch up there. Yeah. So thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Thank you. You're amazing. You know that.
Awesome. You're awesome. Love you.
I love
You're
you.
gonna make me.
No, I